A very obvious thing, but I just want to share this again, this sort of thing. Just the love of variety throughout, humanity. Just all sorts of things for all sorts of people. You know, what you like, well, more what you don't like. If you don't like to do certain things, that's fine, but if you don't police the world while feeling that way. You're not superior to someone who does drugs or has an OnlyFans or anything. Anything. As long as no one's hurting anyone, come on. Like, different people like to do different things. I know some people can't fathom that, just being like, oh, how could someone feel good about doing certain things? But you know what? Everybody's different. But yeah, if someone has like an actual problem, like an addiction of some sort, yeah, you can try to be there for them and everything. But certain things like materialism, whatever, you shouldn't feel superior to people just because, like, sometimes people can be really. You don't know what someone's been through, you don't know what urges someone to do a certain thing. There could be mental illness, there can be, just not really having people around or whatever. But yeah, I mean, simple things. It's just like different people like different things, and I love the variety, right? When I don't, I recently, I had a problem. I was drinking every day for a while, and I was getting very depressed and feeling, very lonely and just like really thinking about negative things, and it just wasn't doing the whole party thing for me. I still enjoyed the buzz like I always do. Like it starts off good, but usually something will hit, and I'll just get in this place. So I stopped drinking. But that doesn't mean I need to like have everyone not drink around me. I'm not gonna be like an intentional prick or anything. I mean, yeah, I mean, certain if I was an alcoholic, it would be I'd maybe be like, oh, maybe don't drink in my presence. But and I'm not just gonna like police the world and be like, you gotta do what I do. I mean, I picked up smoking again, you know, and different things. So it's like I don't expect other people to be like, don't show tobacco on here. There's all sorts of shit, and I want a very obvious one: religion and certain things like you know well, in multiple religions, it's people are urged to have abortions if the mother is at risk of dying, because obviously, dude, I don't even get it. The whole pro-life thing is not pro-life. Like, so many more pregnancy related deaths would occur. Like, people don't think. It's not right. You should not equate like a 2 week old fetus with a living, like a conscious, sentient human with memories and family and everything. Like, it's madness, dude. So, like, you can say shit about the Bible or whatever, but, like, you cannot police other people. You don't make laws based on your book. You can follow that shit. You don't enforce the world with that shit. You think you're some hero, but you're gonna kill a whole bunch of people that are gonna die during birth and shit because you're just like clones, like not thinking. And I could be friends with Christians and everything. There's different things. It would be difficult to be friends with someone who is completely pro-life and doesn't think in these proper ways. Again, it's funny, I'm talking about celebrating variety, but certain things, it's like how, I don't know. But yeah, I would be friends with any sort of person, that's not a bigot and that is not a murderer or rapist or anything like that. But like I'd be friends with someone that's like right wing in the way that, conservative with, being like, oh, I don't like big government and stuff. I think government's corrupt and everything. Like, certain stuff makes sense, even though it's like top economists, agree. And it's been shown, well, it's not even agree, it's facts that Medicare for all would save the country money. It would be better for the economy, and then also better for the economy, people surviving more people able to go to work, keep the wheel turning. I've talked about this before. It's just common sense and like, tax the wealthy and everything. But yeah, I would be friends with someone that disagrees with me on these things, but not, if they're like talking, being like Black Lives Matter, oh, run over the protesters and shit. It's like, you're showing who you are, and it's a really fucking lacking, sad human being. But yeah, like, if you're not homophobic, transphobic, racist, if you're not, like, really creepy in different ways, like, it's fine. Like, I like seeing women show, I'm a very hypersexual person, and I like seeing, I follow some people just to be like, oh, there's someone with a thong, that's really nice. I do similar things. I mean, I deleted my Twitter. I'm not doing that anymore with the actual, like, porno. Uh, but, I don't judge that sort of thing. There's all sorts of things. I'm here, you know, feminism is definitely, like, some people can be like, get the wrong idea, be like, you've got to be like some prude and, oh, slut shame and everything. That is not the right type of feminism. Feminism is simply, you want equal rights around the world. Oh, not getting treated as an object, not being forced to cover yourself and, be submissive and just like be the good cook and everything. I don't like the old gender role shit. Like, I like it when a dude is, to me, and let's get into that. Like, I think it's more daring and more not, it's like a strength when you're not afraid to be like, if for men, or like the masculine side of things, whatever you want to call it. If someone was born male and is not afraid to be feminine and be like very nurturing and very kind and sensitive and like show themselves crying and stuff, to me that's much more badass than someone being like, well, quote unquote badass, like just being like, oh, let's get ripped, let's just be like everybody else. Like, I see it a lot. I'm not even like, I'm 32, but still, and of course, younger people, a lot of times, younger people, they haven't really found themselves yet, so it's different. But like, I do just get laughed at sometimes, just when I'm at work, going into places, I'll see like a group look over at me and like chuckle and shit. And it's just like, I don't think anything of it. It's just interesting though. I've never understood like appearance. Why are so many people afraid to just be who they truly want to be rather than, I'm not trying to say I'm super special, but like when I was in 8th grade, I like made that decision. I was like, I'm not going to fucking pretend. I'm not going to do anything to fit the mold. Like, I don't care. I'm going to talk about my sexuality if people bring it up. Like, I'm not going to be afraid, even though, like, South Carolina, North Carolina, different things, it can be. There's a lot of sort of the cookie cutter stuff where it's like Bible Belt, Southern Christian, conservative, like just people looking. It's just you look around, it's like everybody kind of looks the same. It's like the 20s or something. I mean, it's different. And I'm not saying everybody has to be all zany, like, oh, I've got purple fucking hair and like octagon glasses and a beard that like is braided and like you don't have to, just be your true self and just enjoy, just express yourself naturally. I love it. Messages that will always shout. Just be who you want to be. I don't know. I just think it's very cool when girls aren't afraid to. And I know that's simplifying things too, because these days, it's there's a wide array of everything. It doesn't just have to be like, oh, androgyny. It can be very detailed, and I acknowledge that. But I always have liked that. I've liked androgyny. I mean, since I was in middle school, I was like, oh, I want my hair to be long like a girl, and even younger, I tried on my mom's clothes and stuff when I was very young. Uh, and I borrowed her stuff later on and everything. And again, I don't want to, that doesn't make me better than some guy that's jacked and, seems to be, have pent up anger and everything. There's nothing, I'm not better, but I'm just happy that I am this way. I'm not trying to say that that's a bad thing. It's just like, I, again, if that's who you naturally are, that's wonderful. There's nothing wrong with masculine men. I'm not trying to say that. Or like tough, rugged, whatever. I'm just saying if you're doing it as an act to try to fit in, that's weak. And I think it's really cool when people aren't afraid to do not what you don't see as often. Anyway, love, I hope you have pleasant times.